It's really awesome to see this group come together, and they all have different roles on this team, but they all have a significant and impactful role to play. You know, two of them are captains with Parker and Blake. You have Connor Lilly, who's a middle, but he has to do a certain sub role for us to score a lot of points off the bench. And you know, Mike, who's been a setter for us in the past as a starter and has been able to take a step back and help mentor Gene throughout his process. And you know, what can you say about Bryce and his left hand? And he was incredible again today. And then, you know, Parker and Blake with their leadership as captains. So they all mean something to this team that's different, and it's just really, really awesome to see them put away egos for the best of the team. You see Blake and Bryce sharing that opposite role, right, in the DS in the opposite spot, and you know, Connor coming off the bench and being super impactful. So it's not about one person, it's about this collective, and that's why we win the conference, because everybody's willing to play for each other.
You just hit on it a little bit, but could you talk about the success that your team has had in now your 2 years? You guys have won 28 of the 31 matches that you've played. What's been key to the success of this team, and what do you have to say for how dominant they've been?
Well, it's definitely this group of seniors. You know, we had some awesome seniors last year, and they had some awesome leadership roles, but I think even with them on the team, I think, you know, Sliv was a captain previously, and he's part of this senior class coming back. You talk about Parker and his leadership role from the court, and how much time they've played together. You know, I came in and I wanted to instill a different offense with the group, and I can't say enough about them and their trust in a young and inexperienced head coach, and how awesome it was to see this group come together as a unit and just trust each other. And I think I said it a bunch today while we were playing down there on the court. Just the trust and the camaraderie this group has. They play for each other. And I think that's the most important thing when you talk about why this team is a winning team. It's because from 1 to 20, those guys play for each other. It's not about me. It's not about the Carthage name. It's about them and how they play the game as a unit. And guys step up at different times, and that's what matters, right? It's not always going to be easy to win. It's about finding ways to win, and this group has done it from 1 to 20, just people stepping up and making plays when they're called upon.
So 2 more matches in the regular season, and then as you start to look to the postseason, both for the CCIW and the NCAA, what's going to be key to postseason success? Because you guys have rolled through the regular season so far.
Yeah, I think we've seen the gamut of teams, right? We've seen teams with good opposites, teams with good middles, teams with good outsides, teams with incredible setters. And that was part of the schedule we wanted to put together, and I'm really proud of the way we handled that, and different teams having different priorities and getting in front of them. I think we really were pushing the defense early on this season, and we were a really offensive team, hitting 400, winning with offense. And I wanted this group to find ways to grind and find ways to win ugly, not just pretty. And that's kind of what I tried to come in and instill from day one with this group, is that if you're going to want to win a national championship, it's not going to be with offense. It's about the defensive side of the ball. How many balls can you dig? Right. How many balls can you block? And how many balls you can turn? And so we've tried to turn into this gritty volleyball team that's going to grind sets out. And you saw it in the North Central game when we got behind early, the Benedictine game when we got behind early. Yesterday against MSOE in the second set we got behind early. And we just grind and play defensive-minded volleyball. And that's what wins in tournament play. It's not the offense. And granted, our offense hasn't been very good. It can be a lot better. And that's why I'm so excited about the growth of this team over the next couple of weeks, and as we move towards the CCIW tournament, is when we find that offense again with this defense, we're going to be really, really tough to stop. So putting it all together, I trust we're going to do it. And the defensive-minded game is just so much fun to play.
Well, Coach JW, you moved to 16-0, 10-0 in conference, and nab a regular season conference title. Congrats again on the win, and thanks for your time.
Thanks, man. Go Fire.